At the beginning of his career, Manny Pacquiao was just an underdog that no one was ready to believe. Many factors contributed to the initial lack of belief in Pacquiao. He came from a background of poverty, lacked formal training, and was often considered an underdog in his early fights. His unconventional style, combined with his smaller stature compared to some opponents, led to skepticism from both bettors and spectators. However, Pacquiao consistently proved his critics wrong through his performances in the ring. But how does a lad with odds against him defy expectations and rise from poverty to a global sports icon? What were the odds against him? And how did he put to the test one after the other match and prove everyone wrong? This video is a tribute to Manny Pacquiao. We will see how he went against the odds and proved himself against the 5 biggest fights of his career. What brought Pacquiao to boxing was the need to earn some extra cash. At 16, he stepped into the arena to earn some cash. Numerous challenges awaited him, ranging from insufficient resources and financial crises to a widespread lack of belief in his abilities. Pacquiao failed to impress his audience in the beginning. Though he won a few victories at home, he has yet to carve out his position in international boxing. With someone who has been doubted by his people and has yet not known as a real boxing champion, a challenge from Barrera was overwhelming. Barrera was not just nobody. He was the legend back home and the best pound-to-pound fighter. He was known to be a king in his division, with victories against boxing legends like Eric Morale and Nim Yamed. Pacquiao was just a newbie. He had some victories in his bag, but not many people in the crowd knew Manny Pacquiao. Most of his fights were in his home crowd. Compared to Barrera, he was not popular. It was a jam-packed crowd, cheering mainly for Barrera. Their verdict was clear from the audience. For them, Barrera was already a winner. A boxer like Pacquiao was no match for his grandeur. He even received a boo from the spectators. Even in the first round, the referee counted Manny when he fell out of balance. Instead of upsetting Manny, the act infuriated him. The one-sided match took a turn from then on. They were messing with the wrong guy. Barrera was almost startled by Pacquiao's swift movements, feints, and switching angles. It was as if he didn't expect the match to go this way. Though Barrera had his moments, it was Manny Pacquiao's show. The audience was in awe seeing their hero bleed at the hand of what they may have considered an amateur. Nothing was working for Barrera. He was beaten, shattered, and visibly bloodied. By round 11, the champion was on his knee. The audience was in clear shock. Their reaction was summed up in the reaction of Oscar de la Hoya. They were devastated. Probably, many would lose a lot of money. As the fight ended, Barrera was out of breath. Nobody was expecting Barrera's destruction in that fashion. But it happened. Pacquiao seized victory from them, leaving many in tears. Manny Pacquiao became the champion at featherweight. There was even a rematch. They tried to win back the glory, but damage was already done. Manny Pacquiao won even in this second fight. But was that the greatest match of Manny Pacquiao? We can't say for sure. Yet he had to face many, and one of them was Oscar de la Hoya. De la Hoya was not just nobody. His career spanned 16 years, and he was a 10-time champion. He challenged Pacquiao in December 2008. It was a dream match at MGM Grand. The match was one-sided right from the beginning. The odds were too many. Even when Pacquiao was a rising star, he was far from being a legend. De la Hoya was an established boxer with a career spanning over 16 years. Pacquiao was featherweight, while De La Hoya was middleweight. De La Hoya has advantages over Pacquiao in every respect regarding power, reach, and height. However, Pacquiao possessed speed, technical excellence, and endurance. He still dared to steal the show despite moving up 2 weight classes. The fight was decided in the 8th round after De La Hoya's corner chose to throw in the towel. Pacquiao's dominant performance and De La Hoya's struggles during the match led to the decision to stop the fight in the 8th round. The victory was like a feather in Pacquiao's crown, but the challenges were not over. Seeing his rising stardom, Rick Hatton challenged him in the ring. This time he had to face another challenge, as Ricky Hatton was known for his aggressive fighting style and exceptional body punching. Ricky Hatton was the champion at home of England. The match was much hyped. The stadium had 6,000 seats, and all of them were filled. Most of the crowd was for England, cheering and supporting their champion, but by now, the Filipino star knew how to snatch victory by going against the crowd's wishes. The match was devastating for Ricky Hatton. The match proved to be the end of his career, as being knocked out in the second round. Hatton's reign as light welterweight world champion comes to a brutal end as Filipino Manny Pacquiao delivers a stunning second-round knockout at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. It was rather a blow to his career as Hatton went for an early retirement after this fight. The star admitted to mental health depression and had to bid farewell to his career. That further solidified Pacquiao's reputation, but the biggest fight of his career was yet to come. It was November 14, 2009. Manny Pacquiao was facing Miguel Cotto. The Puerto Rican's WBO welterweight title was on the line. Cotto was confident and put up a strong resistance indeed. But in the 12th round, the referee eventually stopped the fight in the 12th round. It was the moment for Manny Pacquiao to shine. His face was everywhere in the USA, on billboards, on buses, and live on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Even Time magazine had to reproduce another 50,000 copies with Manny on the cover to cope with demand. But mere popularity does not work in the ring, and Pacquiao's career was a testament to it. His new challenger, Antonio Margarito, of a fighter, but a statesman. Pacquiao was now an elected member of the national legislature at 33. Physical wear and tear were also like never before. With his new duties as a legislator, would Pacquiao be able to live up to the expectations of his audience? The bout was held on November 13th, 2010, inside a packed-out AT&T Stadium in the heart of Texas. The crowd was all for Pacquiao, as opposite him was Antonio Margarito, a bad guy who used to attempt to use loaded raps when entering the ring to fight Sugar Shane Mosley the previous year. It was a super middleweight against a welterweight. Pacquiao busted up totally, suffering cuts around the eyes and then a right eye that was hammered shut. Margarito the fight slaughter to be stopped, which nobody heard. After the 12 painful rounds were over, Pacquiao's fists had permanently damaged his right eye, his vision never fully returning. Pacquiao beat the devil out of him. Manny's journey is more than just a series of victories. It's a testament to the indomitable human spirit, defying odds and shattering expectations. To those who never believed in the Pac-Man magic, he silenced the skeptics and left them in awe. Each punch thrown, each victory celebrated, echoed the story of a man who refused to be confined by doubt. Manny Pacquiao didn't just win fights, he won the hearts of millions, proving that the journey is as important as the destination. See how another living legend Pacquiao fights at the age of 40, and stay tuned for both old and new stories from MMA rings.